Well, hello and welcome to Accounting 274 Advanced Tax Accounting. This video clip has been prepared to give you a brief overview of the class and the syllabus. So I would first go to d2l.oakton.edu, put in my user ID and password, and I should be able to sign on. And if this is the only class I have taken, I can then click over here and I'm in the class. The first thing I'm going to do is go into content, okay? And here's a course overview for you. This is the syllabus, but I have the same syllabus that I have also put right over here. So it's up to you. The first thing you can do is open up the syllabus. I have already opened that up. And as you can see, here's the entire syllabus given to you. My name is Prashant Rawal. I am a full-time accounting instructor at Oakton Community College. Besides teaching this class, I also teach auditing and managerial accounting as well as the basic accounting class. My office hours are listed right here for you in the event you want to come and see me. The course, the prerequisites, okay, which are pretty much self-explanatory. The detailed syllabus is on page 4, which we will go step by step. Then you have the textbook, which is a custom publication, Prentice Hall's Federal Taxation, and it should not be 2013. I apologize for that. That's a typo. It should be 2014. Okay, and I will make sure that the right one is corrected and put in there. So that's the textbook. You will get that at the bookstore. It's a custom publication. And as you can see, here the entire course has been broken down. And we will go step by step. But before we do that, the first thing you want to do when you get into the course is print out the student registration handout for my accounting lab, which I have opened up for you. This registration is a step-by-step instruction on how to register for this class on my accounting lab, which is going to be the main place where you'll be doing all the practice and taking the quizzes, etc. Okay, when you do the registration and you get into the class, this is what it is going to look like. If I were to click on assignments, if I were to click on do homework, all the assignments are listed for you, as well as if I do show all, the quizzes, view, if I do view all assignments, all the homeworks, all the quizzes, and the first exam is posted right over here, which of course I'll go through step by step. But this is where you would be doing all the work, majority of the work for the class. Now, as we go back, let me go back to the syllabus. As we go back to the syllabus, the first thing I have talked about are the tax returns. People look at these tax returns and they kind of feel intimidated. Oh my God, I'll have to prepare 3 tax returns for this class. Actually, it's the other way around. This is supposed to be a great booster for you. You'll be assigned 3 tax returns. The first tax return will be a corporate tax return, Form 1120, then Form 1065, and then Form 1041 for the trust tax return. Why is this a great booster? Because I give you an exactly same, or at least I would say around 90 to 95% similar tax return, and then if there is any difference, I explain the remaining 10 to 5% in a similar video clip. And your job will be then to take that tax return. I also give you the problem itself, review that tax return, learn from that tax return, and then prepare your own tax return. It should not be a frustrating experience. It should be a great learning experience. My opinion and my experience has been that the best way to learn how to do taxes is to actually look at a similar tax return, either from the previous year or from the current year, understand that, and then start doing it, because that is what will add value as far as the learning process is concerned. You could not go wrong here. So if you can look, it's 300 points, but I think it's going to be a great booster. Now you may be wondering, where can I find instructions for this tax return? As you go here, tax projects, tax research projects, all information for all the 3 tax returns will be posted over here. Okay, right over here. Now it's blank, but by end of the first week you're going to see that over here. Okay, coming back to our syllabus, the next part that I have talked about are research cases. 3 research cases. Research case information will be posted right over here. Okay, again, I haven't posted anything yet, but you will see them posted very soon. Online quizzes and online homework. So let me talk about that with you. The online quiz and online homework you will do on My Accounting Lab. This is Chapter 1 homework. It's due on August 26th. Okay, this is Chapter 1 quiz. It's due on August 26th as well. Okay, our week will start on Monday at 11:59 or 12 a.m. I would say Tuesday morning 12 a.m. or 11:59 p.m. and it will end the next Monday, which means that if the class starts on the 19th, okay, it will end on the 26th. You have from the 19th until the 26th to do all the work for this particular class. Now, when you're doing the work for this particular class, how is the best way to approach the material? This is what I suggest you do. If you click on Multimedia Library, okay, you click on Chapter 1, select all, find now. I would open up the PowerPoint first. Okay, and this is actually the textbook's material. The way I would suggest you study for this class, or you approach the material, again, this is just a suggestion based on how people have done before, is I would start reviewing the outlines. Tax research is the first chapter. Okay, overview of research, steps in the research process. If I click over here, this is the textbook. This is learning objective 1. Okay, let me open up this textbook. As you can see, learning object chapter outline, overview of tax research. Okay, and it is already telling you those items: closed factor tax compliance situations, open factor tax compliance situations. If I go here, okay, closed facts. Facts already occurred, discovery of tax consequences, proper disclosures. Closed facts are those facts. Open facts are something that you can look right here. Before structuring or concluding the client contacts the advisor to discuss tax planning. So from the past, you still have time to change it. But the way I would approach this is I would review this PowerPoint slides and then I would try to read the material. Now, am I asking you to spend 3 or 4 hours just to read this material as you're reviewing the tax? No, I'm not. Not at this juncture. What I am suggesting, again, I would like to repeat, these are suggestions, is get an overall understanding of the chapter, okay, before you really read the chapter. And then I would go to the homework. And I would start with this. How many attempts do I give you for this? I give you 3 attempts, okay? Number of times you can complete each question. 3 times. So the first time if I get in and I just start doing this homework problems, okay, you can basically go in and it explains. The first question itself is closed fact and open fact situations. Choose an answer out of this based on what you have read, and that's how the learning process should culminate. Once I am done with all these problems the first time around, I may not get a very good grade if it's possible. Okay, depending on your situation, it is okay. Because when you do it the next time around and when you read the chapter again, many times depending on the experience, once an overview of the chapter with the PowerPoints, then doing the homework, then actually reading the chapter, and then doing this problem. By the second time, you should start to get 80 to 85%. And by the third attempt, if needed, okay, you should be able to get a full 100% on this homework problems. Now, once you finish these problems and you have read the chapters, that's when you are ready to take the quizzes. And these quizzes I have referred to in online quizzes. I will drop the lowest quiz. Okay, 16 chapters, 320 points. I drop the lowest quiz, so 300 points. What are the quizzes all about? The quizzes are all multiple choice. Why all multiple choice? Majority of students sitting in this class are all CPA track students. Or I should not use the word all. Majority of them are CPA track students. Some of them who are not still need to understand that this kind of a course at this level, you really understand this by looking at the options. Okay, when you're a CPA track student, for tax course, 70% of that is going to be multiple choice exam, and it's going to get more and more. These are all practice quizzes if you intend to take before you get started, but that's how you should approach this, and then you should start with chapter 1 quiz. All right, how many attempts? 2 attempts. Which grade will I take? The better of the 2. So with homework, 3 attempts. With quizzes, 2 attempts. With homework, you have an opportunity to do the homework, and even if you're late, you can still get 70%, and I have disclosed that in the syllabus. Okay, when you 70%, and I'll drop the lowest quiz. Okay, that's basically about homeworks and quizzes. The right way to approach this. Do we want this to be a learning experience, or do we want this to be one frustrating experience? That will depend upon your planning and your strategy. CPAs are known to plan and strategize. Okay, and this is your training in that. My suggested approach is that you start with shorter study sessions during the course of the week. So if the week starts on Monday or Tuesday morning, maybe schedule half an hour to 45 minutes Tuesday, half an hour to 45 minutes Wednesday, half an hour to 45 minutes Thursday, and then those are what you are planning using for this homework, okay, and the learning experience, PowerPoints, reviewing, reading, homework, learning experiences, okay. Once you do all that stuff and you are ready for the weekend, this is the time when you can really get into, you can do those longer sessions if you want. Now think about this. If you're taking a live class, the class schedule will be somewhere around 6 to 9 or 6 to 9:20 or 6:30. It's something like 3 to 3.5 hours. Now, if you are doing this class for 3 to 3.5 hours, here the good part is that you are getting this time without having to come here, the parking, driving, all that. So you need to add 1 more hour to that easily. Okay, that's 4 hours. Those 4 hours you can spend during the course of the day by taking shorter sessions and doing that. Okay, what I'm asking you to do. And then the remaining part during the weekend, because majority of people use bulk of the time during the weekend. When you use that time during the weekend, okay, the good part is that you have gained enough knowledge because you have spent shorter sessions when you can dwell into the material, and that's when you start really working on these quizzes. Now, this is again a suggested pattern. Some people will just work during the weekends. Okay, they'll say, I don't want to bother about this during the weekdays. That's not what I suggest, but if that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. What is it that I strongly disapprove of and I do not ever recommend? That is when I go at 11:55 on in my accounting lab and I see students taking on at 11:55 p.m. on Monday when it's due, I see students doing the work. You know, that is not advisable. It will be a frustrating experience for you because, you know, the material here, it's not as like it's difficult, but there's a lot of information and the information has to be digested in piecemeals. Okay, again, this is a suggested pattern, but I could not be wrong on doing this in one day. Some people say on Monday after 1 o'clock, what I'll do is I'll take off from work, and what I'll do is from 1 to 9, I'll just sit and I'll do all the work. Okay, good luck, but you know, that's not how this is supposed to be done. Okay, that's not what I suggest. What I suggest is shorter sessions during the week, and then a longer session during the weekend, and by Monday, if you have the time, you can then take the quiz. A good thing, the best thing to do is have everything done by Sunday night except for the last attempt of the quiz. Okay, because by that time you should have learned the full chapter. If you take this approach, you will, I assure you, it will be a good learning experience for you. Okay, moving on, let's get back to the syllabus. I have talked about the research cases. As I said, I'll be doing a separate clip on that. Tax projects, I have briefly talked on research cases. We'll be simply going on, we will be using checkpoint, and I will give you a separate video clip on that. Now, exams. See, this is not a test of memorization. This is a test of learning, but if you're going to sit for the CPA that has multiple choice exams, the college, you know, strongly recommends that we have some kind of testing done. Exams will be given in the testing centers, okay, at Skokie or at Des Plaines. Now, I'll give you the FAQs for the exams. 3 exams, short exams, okay, they're right over here. I give you an exact practice exam. This is only the first exam. I'll be posting the second and third later. I give you the practice exam to practice before the exam. This is the first exam, okay. This exam, you cannot take it on your own. You have to go to the testing center because it requires a password. 25 questions worth 2 points each. So the exam itself is worth 50 points. How many exams? 3 exams. First exam will cover chapters 1 through 6. Second exam will cover chapters 7 through 11. And third exam will cover chapters 12 through 16. And here are all the days when the week ending home assignments assigned on MAL. This is your quiz and your homework that I talked about. Okay, every week there's going to be, at the end of Monday, there's going to be something due. So if I go back to my accounting lab, okay, 826, 902, 909. Similarly for quizzes as well. This is just the homework. Now, when I go into quizzes, 826, 902, 909, same. So every Monday, before every Monday night, the work will be due. I have tried to organize it as much as possible so that you are only focused on learning the material. When you come to take the exam is when you will bring your tax project with you. 3 exams, 3 tax projects. You will bring your tax project with you. Of course, I'll be giving you more instructions, and you will dropping it in the Division 4 office at Des Plaines. For Skokie, I'll give you, and again, I'll give you those instructions as well when I discuss it, discuss the tax cases. And that's when you'll bring the tax case with you. As you can see, I have given you 300 points. You cannot go wrong over here. Okay, it should be an immense grade booster. And then you have quizzes, homework, and I intend to make this a good learning experience for you. Okay, so that is the sense of this class. That's what's required in this class to succeed. I have given you a good overview, I believe. Let me talk about myself. Here are the office hours. I check my voicemail regularly. Emailing. You will email me only through D2L. You got this clip in the first email from my regular email, which is pravel@oakton.edu. But that's not the email we are going to use. You'll click right here, okay, and you'll go to email, and that is where you're going to send me the emails from. Okay, we will only be communicating through D2L, our standard place from where to communicate. Now, if you send me an email through regular emails, I'll politely send you a reminder that you need to only send me information through D2L. That is because I'm an auditor by profession. I like to keep track of all the emails, but the most important reason is I get tons of emails on my regular email. I am here for you. You are my topmost priority, and I want to make sure that I don't miss out on any emails. So that's the primary reason why I only want to use this email. Okay? And when will I get back to you? I will get back to you within 24 hours. See, I have organized the course in such a way where there should not be any emergencies. But if there are any emergencies or anything like that, you can use the regular email but I don't see how there could be, because the class has already, and the deadlines and class has already been set. So I will need you to use this. I will communicate back to you within 24 hours except weekends. I check my email once on Saturday. Sometimes I may skip a Saturday depending on if I have any personal things going on at my house. I have a family too. But I will check my emails once a day, except for Sundays, once on Saturday, and I'll respond back to you within 24 hours. Okay? Now, finally, I also want to go through exam FAQs. I have created this FAQ format, which I am going to post. So when you get this link, you will see that posted right over here in the content section. If you go in content, you go in class information, you will see exam FAQs posted here. You will see this particular clip you would have seen posted over here. Okay, so when I go, it will be on WMV as well as YouTube format. So WMV is for those people who can open Windows Media. There are some who, for some unknown reason, cannot open Windows Media. Then I have the YouTube link posted over there as well. So here are some exam FAQs, those 3 exams that you'll take at the testing center. When will the exams be available in the testing center? Here are the dates for all the 3 exams. I can go any day from 8:19 to 9:30 to take exam 1, exam 2. Of course, while it's open, you will be taking it during the last phase because there are 6 chapters to prepare. So these are the dates. Where can I take the exam? You can take the exam either at Des Plaines Testing Center in room 2409 or at Skokie Testing Center in room A135. How many hours should I keep aside for the exam? It should not take you so long. It's only 25 questions. Now remember, I give you 90 minutes for the quiz because I know that people keep their books open and they look at it as a learning experience. So the quizzes may be open book. This is not an open book exam. So you will have to take this exam in 2 hours. Okay, the practice exams are available for you. You have 3 attempts. You can practice as many times, 3 times if you want, so you know where you stand. Should I call the testing center ahead of time to inquire about their hours? Yes, you should. That's what I heavily recommend. I've given the phone numbers. Okay, for example, where's the testing center? In the Des Plaines campus, it's about the library. Should I take an ID card with me? Yes. Hours for the testing center? Right here for you. Is there a website? Yes, there is. So these are the questions that normally students ask me. So I prepared this sheet called Exam FAQs and I post it on D2L. This, I believe, should give you a good overview of the class, and I believe that at this time you are ready to handle this, and I wish you all the best. Again, as I said, the first step is to register. Okay, once you register, you start with your homework, buy your textbook, and let's get started. I wish you all the best. And as I said, I'm always here for you for any questions that you may have. My office hours are listed. And I hope to make this an enjoyable learning experience. And good luck.
The